Here we are there, metalheads, out in the fields of the UK with the brand new Garrett Vortex. As you've all gathered by now, this machine seems to be riddled full of bugs and glitches direct from the factory, but Garrett are promising software updates for it. In the meantime, let's get out and see how it performs, see if we can find things with it.
Custard crusader out on the fields of the Shires. He is like a Viking invader, scouring the land to his desire. With Barney by his side, he scours a land of plenty. To discover he will find his hair is almost trendy. The custard crusader,
Okay, metalheads, let's fire up the Vortex and show you how we're going to run it. Straight out the box, that's how we're going to run it. We're in standard mode. Just quickly run through the settings. We've got a main volume of 8. Sensitivity 8. Let's bring that down 2 bars. Main volume 8. Iron volume, I've knocked that right down to 1. Multi-frequency, we've got the channel shift set at 1. That seems to be giving the most accurate results. Reaction speed 1. No light. We need to pair the headphones. There's your lock buttons. Running in 5 tones. No need to move any notching. Iron boundary at 27. Bottle cap reject. We're not going to want any of that. Your other iron settings at 1. There's no iron at all in this field. And iron audio off. Okay, all we need to do now is pair the headphones and see what we can find. Well, that didn't take too long. Heading down our first strip down the hedgerow. I've had a little piece of lead and a chonking big nut, but our first find of any type of significance at all. It's modern, and I think we've got a little carabiner type clip. That might have some use. I'll hang on to that. I've completed my first road down the field, and I've been pulling quite a few 60 signals with an underlying 16 to them. So I've been digging them and finding their big chunks of deep iron in a field that I didn't think there was very much iron. So I've now switched from standard mode to all metal, and boy oh boy does that really ping the 5 different signals out. And I've pulled myself something else out of the ground. Let's have a look. Nothing too spectacular, but I think we've probably got a little snuff box. Never fails, safety guaranteed. It's definitely a little aluminium box of some description. That was pulling in a very clean 83 signal right next door to some big iron. Let's carry on. There is definitely no mistaking when this machine hits a good signal. 62 I think this came in as. A lead hem weight stitched into ladies' dresses or petticoats to weight them down. Cool. Got quite a cool piece here. It's only a button, but I think that's military. I think that's the old Warwick militia from the 1700s. Just barely make it out, the lettering. W-A-R, and then beneath it, W-I-C-K. Yeah, I'll take that. That is good military history. We're on to a little nugget of history this time. Your pistol stroke musket ball ringing in at a 65. Now, what I am noticing with these VDI numbers is it's not giving you a full spread. It's hitting 50s, 55, 60, 65. There's no way that and a little tiny 4-hole copper button should both be ringing up at the same number. Garrett, you really have got to sort this VDI problem out. No half-hearted, botched bloody updates. We need the proper thing. We need this machine working. Oh yes, at long last, we're probably 5 hours into this hunt now. I know the field's very quiet, but at long last we've popped our first coin. But was it really worth it? An old Georgian halfpenny, incredibly crusted. I think there might just be the faint signs of a monarch facing left, so possibly George II. Phew, a coin. The Vortex's first coin, a Georgian halfpenny. Right, I'm truly not happy with the numbers this machine's throwing. It's only throwing, as I said, 50, 52, 55, 60, 65, 75 and 78. So I'm going to make a quick adjustment to it, if you bear with me. There we go. Now I've got a dog poop bag there, so there you go. Stick that over the control box, because those numbers are fucking useless, and I'm just going to work on tone only, because you can tell different tones. Numbers are completely fucking meaningless, so that's the way I'm going to detect. Dog shit bag over the control box. Well, no sooner have I made those alterations to the control box than I picked up something a little more interesting. Little pressed copper decorative piece. I don't know if it's a piece of furniture fitting or something, but that's perhaps the most ornate and finest thing that I've found so far. Now then, metalheads, here's something a little bit more meaningful. We've got a little badge, brooch. We've got detail on there. Now, I have found this identical badge before. I can tell you that it's a Queen Victoria Jubilee commemorative badge. So the Union flag's on there. Yes, best so far. Another teeny tiny little find here. Little bag seal. Perhaps some traces of lettering on there. Not the greatest of hunts, is it? But I can only find what's in the ground. Well, this little find's cheered me right up. Christmas is only just around the corner, only 10 days away. And we've got a little lead toy. A little lead horse. Minus his hooves, his rear legs and his head, that is. But some little child would have been playing in this field some years ago. I know who would like that. Who'd definitely put that as top of the list. That's my old mate Robbie Cole. How you doing, Robbie, mate? Hope you like that, and happy Christmas to you, pal. Right on cue, just when I needed it most. Vortex has pulled up another coin. An old copper halfpenny, pre-decimal. Unfortunately, as per the last one, totally blank. But that's 2 coins for the hunt. Quite often I think I see patterns in pieces of lead. But this time, I most definitely do. Very ornate on both sides. I really don't know on that. It looks like a handle off a teacup, but you'd never have a lead teacup, would you? I really don't know what that could have been. I'm going to put it down as a lead handle, I think. That will well and truly do for me on the first session out in the field with the Vortex. I've put in 7, pushing 8 hours. I have dug so many targets. A lot of it's going in the scrap bucket, a lot more than you've seen in the video. So let's get ourselves back and get the finds board out. So here we are with a packed finds board. I hadn't realised that I'd dug so many bits and pieces. In total, in 7 hours or so, I'd dug 100 targets. So, starting at the top of the finds board, as always, a heap of buttons, a couple of rings, a little snuff pot, a bullet casing, little lead line up here, the hem weight, a musket ball, potentially a farming token. We've got a bag seal, that rather ornate handle looking piece coming across the centre, a couple of crusty pre-decimal halfpennies, a quite modern buckle, a pressed copper alloy piece, handy little carabiner, that might come in useful for hanging a brush off my detecting belt perhaps, the little lead toy horse, and down to what I think are the best 2 of this hunt, the Warwick Militia button from the 1700s and the Queen Victoria Jubilee badge with the Union flags and the shield on it. No treasures, no riches there, but not bad for the first time out with the Vortex. Looking forward to these updates when they come, see if they can get the numbers corresponding a bit more to what the target should be. I'll update you when it happens. See you on the next adventure, metalheads.